What happens when you try to survive 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore? Let's go and find out. First, we're going to be gathering resources to survive. Second, we're going to be crafting our armor to its max potential. And last but not least, we're going to be battling the hardest bosses in all of Minecraft. Can we survive 100 days? Can I defeat the Wither? Stick around to find out. And if you want to help me hit 100 subscribers this year, consider subscribing to quality content every week. But anyways guys, enjoy the video. On day 1, I spawned on an island in the middle of the giant ocean. There was one tree on my island, so I chopped down, got a sapling, made some tools, and spotted a shipwreck in the distance. I boated over to the shipwreck on the buried treasure map. Some handy oars, food, and bamboo. I made some iron items and found a sheep on my island. I then got some stone tools and went in search for the treasure. I got some iron, gold, and some food. We arrived back on day 2, found some pigs, and I collected some animals, made a bed, and slept through to day 3. On day 3 to 4, I worked on making some pens for my animals that I gathered, including pigs, cows, and a sheep, parrots, and started work on my house. After collecting more cobblestone from the mines, I continued building up the walls to my house. Day 6, I did a mixture of mining and working up my house. And on day 7 to 8, I went out to sea and found an island which had some birch trees, and did a little farming around the island. Days 9 to 12, I went out once again to the ocean and found 2 shipwrecks, a ruined portal, and a big island full of birch trees. I arrived home on day 13, did some finishing touches to my house, and bred some turtles. On day 14, I went mining, found a mineshaft, but decided to skip past. I found lots of resources like coal, iron, gold, redstone, and copper. I then started the task of moving all my items into my new home. Days 15 and 17, I potted around my island doing various jobs, but on days 18 to 19, I went and gathered iron, coal, redstone, and my first vein of 6 diamonds. On day 20, I crafted a diamond pickaxe, mined 18 obsidian, and made an enchantment table. On day 21 to 22, I started extending my house to make room for my enchantment table. I used new deep slate blocks for the floor. I didn't have enough bookshelves, so that was my next goal. I finished the little extension and I thought it fit quite well, but on day 23, I went mining and found some coal, iron, copper, and my second vein of diamonds. I made a diamond chest plate and put it in my chest until I had a level 30 enchant table. On day 24 to 28, the first thing I did was make another portal. I went mining again, found an amethyst cave, and found enough diamonds for a full set of diamond armor and tools. On day 29, I started to work on a second level to my house. I tried a lot of different things with some birch, cobblestone, stone bricks, and diorite. On day 30, I settled with the design, but on days 31 to 32, I began work on the roof. I thought the thing turned out quite well. For a few days, 33 to 36, I potted around my island attending to various jobs, but on day 37 I made a coal entrance to my mine and a coal place for my nether portal. For the next couple of days I didn't do much, but on day 40 I made a little fishing hut out of stone, bricks, and deep slate. All the way to day 48 my mission was to do a mixture of fishing and breeding cows to get leather for bookshelves. However, when day 49 came around, I decided it was yet again time to go mining. I found a bunch of ores like redstone, coal, copper, and gold, but on day 50 I returned to my fishing and breeding routine. Until day 51. It was time to go to the nether. On day 51 to 53, I mined lots of quartz to gain XP and found out I spawned right above a crimson forest. On day 54, I headed home and enchanted my full set of diamond armor and tools. Man, I look cool. On day 55, I headed back to the nether and commenced on my search for another fortress. On day 56 to 57, I worked up the courage to start fighting some blazes to get blaze rods. I explored the fortress a bit more and found some nether wart. But But on day 58 I arrived home, made the upstairs of my house a brewing room. I used glowberries to get up to it. I also started a melon farm so I could brew my first healing potions. After a bunch of fishing on day 63, I went back to the nether and decided it was time to ride a strider over a lava lake. It was so funny. I spent day 64 mining lots of quartz to keep my XP levels up, and the next day, on day 65, I came across a bastion remnant. I needed to prepare for this, so I drank some fire res and went in and knocked the piglin brutes into lava with my bow. It was my best chance of taking them out, because they were going to destroy me otherwise. I looted the chest as fast as I possibly could, as there were piglins attacking me at all angles. They had netherite scrap, ancient debris, and magma cream. After a long trek on day 66, I finally made it home. But on day 67, I started a mining journey and found some iron, coal, and diamonds. I used my diamonds to mend my armor. But on day 68, I found a few shipwrecks, and on day 69, I started my way to find the stronghold. I finally found it in the ocean, and it was crowded with mobs. On day 70 to 71, after finally fighting it, it was time to fight the Ender Dragon. I started shooting the crystals and building up to some. I think I might build up this one. There we go. Got one up there. It's actually quite scary knowing that I only have one life and I've played on this for like a month. I think it's just the caged ones now. After taking out all of the crystals I could possibly see, I used a bed or two to damage the dragon. The dragon did a bunch of damage to me with the dragon's breath and knocked me right into the air so many times, so I splashed a health pot, got some moral support from the live chat as I was streaming at the time, and carried on fighting. Okay, he's back. Oh! That was so close. I think I should go in. Oh! Feather falling! Unbelievable, the Endermen are angry at the dragon. Come on, die, 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 die. We beat Minecraft. Let's go. After a while, I finally defeated the Ender Dragon. I spent day 72 in the Outer Islands. I found one end city and had some decent stuff. But on day 73 to 75, I started building a house for my lone sheep, who I named Sally. I used deep slate, tuff, and some quartz. I also planted some azalea trees around my island, making it more lush. On day 76 to 80, I mined and I got a pet axolotl, and I spent day 81 to 83 preparing for future builds. I decided to build a statue of someone holding the dragon egg to show that I'd beaten the Ender Dragon. But on day 84 I started building a clock tower in which I was planning to store my pet axolotl in the middle. I didn't quite have the resources to finish it though, so that was going to have to do for now. The next day on day 85 I started a pathway out to sea for a mob grinder. I started working the tube leading up to the big box, but on day 86 to 89 I spent making the box out of cobblestone and netherrack. And after a while I'd finally finished the mob grinder. Day 90 I did some mining, but on day 91 to 99 I went back to the nether fortress to get some wither skulls. And on day 100 I was finally ready to fight the wither. At first, I tried to attack him with my sword, but then I found it was best to go in with my bow. He kept shooting at me. He kept shooting at me so hard with those wither particles. And he kept shooting at me so hard. My vision started blurring. And then I think he knocked me out. And the next thing I know, I woke up very tirelessly. And I found myself in a strange place. like it was like a giant cave.